The Yucatan Peninsula is located in southeastern Mexico, and it separates the Caribbean Sea with the Gulf of Mexico. It is a home for some of the most important structures in the Mayan civilization, including Chichen Itza, Koba, and Tulum. These temples were the center of their civilizations and really helped the indigenous Maya trade, share information, and worship their gods and goddesses. One of the most important deities that was known by the Mayans was the maize god, the god Yum Cox, who was in charge of the planting and the harvesting of maize, corn, which is an incredible, important key crop in the Yucatan. The goddess Ishel is the jaguar goddess who is in charge of midwifery and medicine in the Mayan culture. And then finally, one that is still currently revered is the god Cococan, who is known as the snake god and was in charge of peaceful trade and communication between the villages.
Salud para el
To be
trabajo,
healthy for their work,
para protección a la
to
familia.
protect the family.
Y acá tenemos un dios mayas,
There's a Mayan god,
es el
right here.
Yunzak.
Utsak.
Yunzak quiere decir dios de la medicina y de la buena
Medicine
salud.
gods of the good health. That's what it means. Okay. So
Ahora
the
voy a
ceremony
hacer
is
una
done.
purificación maya para ustedes.
Now
de
we're gonna make a
bienvenida.
purification ceremony.
Utilizamos la resina, el copal.
Resina, copal. Okay. Okay, good. Smell.
Durante la ceremonia vamos a utilizar este tipo de medicina,
It's a medicine
fermentado con raíces.
with roots, made of roots.
May I go closer?
Yeah, sí, sí. Sí, sí.
El copal o el incienso.
Healing through ritual is one of the most important areas of the Mayan spirituality. They believe that copal resin and rosemary can heal spiritual illness. Spiritual illness is a key aspect in the Mayan religion as well. They believe that there's 4 kinds of spiritual illness: tristeza for sadness, susto for fright or fear, pesar for grief, and envidia for envy. These are important to be identified as separate than physical illness, and they want to treat spiritual illness to help solve a lot of the physical illnesses that may also present themselves. So the importance of altars and blessings are key here, in using specific herbs, specific motions, and specific words to heal those around them in their community and directly from person to person is extremely important.
Ikilichun no hankawa suhi kawa beki almishan kana shukichki melo shamin dushkuman ushibin udokilichun yabitu shamin
I spoke
kilichun.
briefly about the jaguar goddess Ishel, and in this next clip, you can hear her roar.
Shamin kilichun kana lo shamin udokilichun. Jumbotik.
I was fortunate to be invited to a Tezmacol ceremony, which is another ritual that they use to cure spiritual illnesses. A Tezmacol is a Mayan sweat lodge ceremony where you're cleansed and reborn through Mother Earth. The reverence and the respect in this ceremony identifies the healing that this culture believes starts with spirit and the connection with the earth. During this ceremony, you explore each of the 4 directions and how they spiritually translate into your physical being. First, there's the west, and it's represented by air and the breath that you take to fuel your body. Next is east and earth, and it's representative of Mother Earth in your physical form. North is fire, and it's a representative of the ancestral fire that burns within you. And finally, there's the south, and south represents water and the blood that flows through your veins and the rivers that feed the land around us. Once everyone is inside, the hot stones are brought in 7 at a time. Each stone is greeted by the participants and welcomed as abuelitas, or grandmothers. These stones are from the earth and are ageless and deserve the reverence of our ancestors. After deep breathing and chanting to the rhythm of the drum, the doors open and the first cycle is complete. This is repeated 4 times to represent the 4 cardinal directions. When the doors opened, more stones are added and more celebrations of the abuelitas begin again. At the end of the Tezmacol ceremony, the spiritual leader told us how the first Tezmacol was ever started. It began with the first grandmother who was out in the forest walking, and she came upon a deer, the most beautiful deer she'd ever seen. The deer walked her through the forest and pointed out with its antlers all the plants that the grandmother could use to heal her family. Each day, the grandmother would return to the forest and walk with the deer to learn new plants. One day, her grandchildren noticed that she was searching for the deer and wanted to help their grandmother. So the grandchildren went out, hunted the deer, and killed him to bring them back to the grandmother. They were so excited to present the deer to their grandmother, but when she saw that her sacred deer had been killed, she wept and she wept. She went out into the forest and collected all the medicine the deer had showed her and burned it all together in a fire. The fire created a smoke cloud in the image of a deer, and the deer spoke to the grandmother and told her to forgive her grandchildren, that they had helped the deer to transform into its final stage and join the ancestors. The deer told the grandmother to take this medicine and to burn it in a clay dome around a center fire and to heal her nation with this medicine. This is how the first Tezmacol ceremony began, and this is why they continue to heal spiritual illnesses with steam. Another amazing way the Mayan culture heals is through cuisine. So there's an incredible importance of regional plants and spices, some that include, of course, maize or corn that's used in the creation of flour tortillas. In this next clip, you'll watch how maize is turned traditionally into the flour tortillas.
Corn, they just give the...
Acá no van a encontrar como estufa, gas, acá no
there is no
existe.
stove here.
Leña seca,
No
comal,
stove, it's only wood.
y preparan las tortillas.
Natural tortillas, that's how they make
Acá
it
no hay
by
máquina
hand.
para preparar tortilla, todo está hecho a
Everything
mano.
is hand.
Si dan cuenta con el humo de la cocina, se protege la casa para que no entra como serpientes, alacranes, mosquitos. Se van todo con el humo. Y además también protege el techo de la casa.
Protect
El
the
color
house.
negro es el humo,
The black house is a...
para
is
que
a-
aguanta más
the
años.
smoke, so you can last
Esa casa ya
longer.
tiene más de 45 años.
This has been for 45 years, this house that you see here.
Acá no van a haber camas porque la familia nunca
There are
duerme en
no
las
beds.
camas.
They don't sleep in beds
Duermen
here.
puras hamacas.
They sleep in hammocks.
Y acá es una familia grande. Acá duermen 20 personas.
20 people.
20 personas
20
duermen.
people live here in this
Y es
house.
hamacas, cruzados y caben los 20.
20 people live in this house.
Look, this is a Mayan blender.
A grinder, yeah.
Yeah, to
Molino manual para la
for the corn.
pasta.
Okay, for the corn, that's what they
Do you
process
see
the corn.
the outside the corn on the fire? After that, they put it here to make the masa to make tortilla. Put your
Another important plant that grows all around the temples and all through the Yucatan Peninsula is the nopal cactus. The botanical name is Aputia cochinillifera. This nopal cactus is cooked, sauteed, salted, and then served alongside tacos and quesadillas. It is amazing to decrease oxidative damage and to boost antioxidants in the body. It's served all across the Yucatan Peninsula, and you'll see that the cactus pads are shaved fresh in the grocery store. Another plant that I learned about while I was there is chaya, Cindoliscolis chaya mansa, and it's an edible leaf that grows native to the area, and we were able to harvest some from the tribe leader's garden. We took it, we chopped it up, cooked it slightly with some salt in a frying pan with fresh scrambled eggs. After it cooked for about 10 minutes, we chopped it up and added it to the fresh tortillas that we made. You can see it in the yellow bowl off to the left of the screen. It's important to cook chaya leaves because it does contain cyanide, similar to cassava. But once it's cooked for at least 10 minutes, the cyanide content reduces almost to the point of dry beans, peas, or nuts. And so it makes it completely edible and has purgative qualities. It's used as a general tonic and as a digestive stimulant. So it helps clean out your gastrointestinal system as well. It's a delicious food. Another plant that you're probably familiar with that also grows in the area is Hibiscus rosa sinensis. And I learned from a female healer there that it was used for excessive bleeding after childbirth. You can mix it with cinnamon to assist with diarrhea, dysmenorrhea, endometritis, and even headaches. This powerful beverage is not only delicious, but it's a healing medicine that they use on a daily basis. So the question is, can this medicine be incorporated into Western medicine? And I argue that this is Western medicine. Mesoamerica and North America were only separated by a divide that is fictional. And so this medicine has traveled through our regions, and these practices have been shared from one indigenous population to the next. I am excited to see more about steaming, about steam lodges in particular, about uses of aromatic herbs in healing, and about rituals that are being used to support the wellness of our communities. I'm excited about the future of Western medicine and how our neighbors to the south and the medicine that they make can be incorporated into what we do on a day-to-day basis with our clients.